Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Happy New Year's, or Happy New Year's Eve. Welcome to tonight's stream. We're going to be taking a look back at all that we've accomplished in 2024. There are about 200 VODs that we're not going to watch, obviously, because what the fuck. Hi, Devi, welcome. And welcome, Iberus. Welcome anybody who's lurking. Welcome anybody who's watching on YouTube. Just hi. 2024 has been an undeniably weird year for the stream. But I think there's quite a lot to be proud of. And you know, instead of keeping us waiting, why don't we just talk about it? Why don't we just talk about all the streams we did in 2024, starting with the Mario Galaxy Gauntlet. I mean, pretty good way to start off the year. I'll say, yeah, I'm real now. I am real. Hold on, let me move OBS just in case we get any alerts. But Mario Galaxy was one of those things where it was I was just trying to think of how to kick off the year. And I was definitely, it was easier for me to, think about doing gauntlets earlier in the year. I haven't really done the gauntlets that I've wanted to for a bit. But, you know, 2025 can always change that. And Mario Galaxy is one of my favorite games ever, so it's pretty good. It's definitely the Galaxy stream that I'm the most proud of. I've streamed Galaxy a couple times. The first one is, kinda unwatchable. Because, I was, powering through my internet being kinda crappy, and I was just, mad the whole time that my internet was being crappy. So I don't really like the first Galaxy stream I did in 2019. The HT one that I did in 2021, that was pretty good, but, I mean, I love the Gauntlet format. Just, going crazy, trying to beat a game in one day. I like that. That's my style. Then we have what I assume is the first, variety hour of the year. We did not do that many variety hours this year, which I'm a little sad about, but again, weird fucking year. Tamagotchi Life Pretty Good Island. We only did, 3 of these, I think. And I want to bring Pretty Good Island back, because Pretty Good Island is, so much fun. Tamagotchi Life is so much fun. It's literally, the perfect streaming material. I think maybe, I needed, a little break before I felt like jumping back in, but now that I've taken that break, I'm dude. We got Mario Party 3. That, we started last year, and then we finished this year. Technically, we didn't finish it, because I never unlocked Waluigi's Island, but you're gonna have to give me some leeway on that, because to unlock that shit, you have to do a bunch of Mario Party single player, and dude, Mario Party single player is so ass. But Mario Party with friends is always fun. I apologize if I don't have too much to say about these earlier streams, because honestly, some of them I don't remember super well. Mario Kart 8, we did a lot of Mario Kart 8. It was just, you know, still some excitement from the DLC. I managed to get to 10,000 points on the Mario Kart game. That was very eloquently worded, you know, you could consider me a little bit of a poet. But Mario Kart was always just it was a fun, easy thing to throw on. You know, when I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And a few times when I was coming back from a break, I would be just throw Mario Kart out there. Because it's it's simple, it's easy. I know people like watching it. And I like streaming it, because I fucking love Mario Kart. So Mario Kart 8 Deluxe kind of became a little bit the default, hey guys, sorry for disappearing for a bit, here's something to reel you back in. And happy Morgear, dear. Happy Morgear. Smile. We will be together later. This stream is not going to be as long as last year's retrospective stream. Dude, doing the 2023 concert, like, made that stream go from, like, 2 hours to, like, 7 hours. We are not doing that again. We finished Pokemon Violet this year, which, honestly, seeing that makes me feel better about the fact that we didn't finish Anton Blast. I mean, the Indigo Disc is good. I really like how the Pokemon Violet stream went in general. Probably already talked about it a lot in last year's retrospective, but the Pokemon Violet streams is... That series is probably one of my favorite modern Morgan stream series. One day it won't be modern. Maybe in 5 years I'll be like, dude, remember the Pokemon Violet stream? That shit was ass. But I'm really proud of how that stream went. I think my love for, like, this kind of, like, weird, janky game came through. And that's all I could really ask for. Mega Man 8. I don't remember super well my thoughts on Mega Man 8. I think it was just kind of mid to me. I thought it was, like, it was cute, it was charming, but it could be a little frustrating. But I don't think I hated Mega Man 8. And I don't think I hated streaming Mega Man 8. We did fuck Eddie. Was Mega Man 8 the origin of you have to fuck Eddie? It was one of the Mega Man games. I mean, I guess it had to be. Mega Man 8 is an interesting game, though. It's cute. It's, like, probably the nicest looking of the classic Mega Man games. So it's got that going for it. It was an NES one? Oh, shit. Well, we're never gonna find out because, like, there's fucking 6 of those bitches. Unless someone wants to do, like, a marathon of all of my Mega Man streams. I mean, be forewarned, though, not all of my impressions of them were positive. But most of them were. I like classic Mega Man. That's kind of real. It's kind of real. I finally played the Splatoon 3 single player. Honestly, I'm a little mixed. On one hand, I'm kind of like, I kind of do wish I played it out a little bit more, you know, like, spread out the amount of levels I was doing, because we kind of rushed through it, but at the same time, the story is kind of, like, stupid enough where I'm like, maybe it's better that I just got it out of the way, because I still think of, like, the ending with, like, Mr. Grizz and stuff, and I'm like, this is just kind of stupid. And, like, I don't know, you could say stuff like the Statue of Liberty with the giant laser from, like, Octo Expansion is kind of stupid. But Octo Expansion is also cooler than anything in Splatoon 3, so it gets a pass. Like, yeah, is that a little dumb? Probably. But Octo Expansion is also so cool that it doesn't even matter. Or whatever, whatever. We played some Isaac co-op. I guess I'll group together the Isaac co-op with Repentance Plus. My impressions of the initial Isaac co-op were kind of like, meh? It was cool. It was cool. And I wanted to play more with friends when I could. But then, like, they got mad because some stuff got leaked from it, so they stopped doing it. Thanks a lot. That's really cool. Thanks a lot for that. So we had to wait until, like, fucking November to get Repentance Plus. Oh, whatever. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. I mean, Isaac is also one of those games where, like, it's so easy to just throw on a stream. Everybody enjoys watching Isaac, and everybody enjoys playing Isaac. So it's like, it's a freebie. It's a freebie. I have a lot of fun playing Isaac. I think it was also one of those things where I took a big enough break from Isaac streams that I was like, I was pretty satisfied going back to it. I was like, I was back in it. Face Hand, dude. I wanted to play way more Face Hand. But again, that would have been like a variety hour game, and I did not do that many variety hours this year. But Face Hand is really cool. It's a really cool, like, deck builder, roguelike type deal, auto battler type shit. It's cool. It's cool. I played the demo and I had a lot of fun, and I played a little bit on my own, but again, it was one of those things where it would have been the perfect variety hour game, and I just did not get to do that many this year. It just didn't happen. Paper Mario. So, Paper Mario is a game. Yeah. Okay. So I liked Paper Mario 64. It's kind of weird, though, because the same year that I played this game, I also played Thousand Year Door, which we'll talk about a little bit more. But the important thing is that I think Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door is a way cooler game. Paper Mario is undeniably cool, and I could see why people would like the original over Thousand Year Door. Thousand Year Door is a little more flawed in some places. I mean, I think the remake fixes a lot of Thousand Year Door's flaws, but Paper Mario generally, like, feels very in line with, like, traditional Mario games, while Thousand Year Door doesn't. Thousand Year Door is a fucking weirdo game. But Paper Mario 64 is, like, you could, like, reasonably, like, consider that, like, a regular Mario game, and nobody would look at you weird. It had some frustrating moments. I wasn't, like, when I streamed both Paper Mario games, I wasn't really familiar with the combat as much, so I kind of fumbled a little bit. But it's okay. It's okay. Paper Mario is a good game, though. I think it made for a pretty good stream as well. Especially because the kind of, like, chapter-by-chapter format helped when I would, like, work later nights, and I was like, well, I kind of need, like, a shorter stream I can do. So I think it worked out in that regard. Paper Mario 64 is pretty good. I think it made for a pretty good stream. Yeah. The Subspace Emissary Gauntlet. Dude. I can't believe it had been 5 years since I did the original. That's crazy. I think this was a pretty smooth gauntlet, from what I remember. I don't remember having much problem with it, because, I mean, it's fucking Smash Brawl. I've been playing that game since I was, like, 8 years old. It's just, I really like Subspace. I'm glad I finally gave it the stream it kind of deserved. I mean, the OG stream is a classic. Do not get me wrong. It's a classic. And there's some funny moments in there. A lot of the earliest, like, funny clips were from that stream. My favorite one being the Rob Tech. There's no match for my Rob Tech. Overall, though, I think the current Subspace stream is better. I mean, you actually get a better, like, overview of what Subspace is. Because in the original stream, I was playing it on emulator, and the cutscenes were broken. And that was funny, but it was still like, come on now. I will not discuss Pokemon Showdown, because we have, like, a better opportunity to talk about that. Oh yeah, I streamed Captain Toad this year. So the first Captain Toad stream was fun. The second one where I was doing the DLC made me realize that the DLC for that game is really fucking lame. And I don't even remember thinking it was lame when I first got it. But it was. It is a lame-ass DLC. I think it made for a fun, early year, smaller stream, though. I had a good time with it. Celeste 64? That I actually remember being really fun. I remember that being, like, a really fun stream to follow up what I think is the last Pretty Good Island stream. I just remember, like, I don't know, I remember the banter kind of went crazy. The banter kind of went crazy during Celeste 64. That's what I remember. What was the specific banter? I don't know, dude. This shit was in January. You gotta give me a break. I didn't watch the Sony State of Play. This is the only Sony State of Play that I've watched on stream. I do remember thinking it was good, but that might just be because it revealed what is my game of the year. And then immediately it's fucking followed up by the Mega Man 9, what is a rare breed of what I call hell streams. If you don't know what a hell stream is, it's basically a stream that is so excruciating for me that I truly believe I've reached hell. Everybody 1-2 Switch was a hell stream. Hi, Atticus. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Mega Man 9 is, like, so brutally hard. And it wasn't, like, the like, NES Mega Mans where I had, like, save states and shit. I had to do that shit raw. And, dude, it's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. Mega Man 9 is an excruciating video game. And it made, like, I remember getting so frustrated on stream. I'm pretty sure I yelled at people. I'm pretty sure, like, I got, like, mildly heckled in chat, and I was like, I'm gonna start a fight. I'm gonna take a stand against Mega Man 9. Mario vs. Donkey Kong demo? What the fuck do you want me to say about a 13-minute stream? Let's be realistic. Oh, we do a Jackbox stream. Dude, I wish I got to do more Jackbox. Jackbox is so fun. I don't have a lot to say about this one, because, again, it was so early in the year, but... I don't know. Jackbox is pretty cool. Yeah, again, sorry. A lot of these early ones, I'm not gonna have anything interesting to say. We gotta get to, like, the event streams and stuff before I start, like, actually spitting. Batman Arkham Asylum, I actually can say quite a bit about. So the reason that I ended up streaming this was that I was feeling like playing a superhero game. And initially, my idea was to play the new Spider-Man games. But there was, like, a whole thing. I mean, I say it was a whole thing. It still is a thing. One of the brands that's kind of, like, listed as to boycott under the BDS is Marvel. And I have, as a result, I have not been touching, like, anything Marvel-related. I know it was more specifically for, like, merchandise and stuff, but I was still, like, I don't need Marvel that much. It's also the reason why I still haven't gotten the Marvel vs. Capcom collection. Even though I like Marvel vs. Capcom 3, I don't want to throw my money that way right now. You know how it be. So Batman ended up kind of being a replacement for Spider-Man. Oh my god, what the fuck was that? Batman Arkham Asylum is a game that is, like, kind of a weird mismatch for my usual kind of style. Because it is very, very much a stealth game. There's a lot of stealth in the game. There is a lot of combat sections as well, but a bigger focus on stealth than I would usually put myself through. But at the same time, Arkham Asylum is kind of so good that even though those, like, stealth sections were kind of painful and I got a little mad, like, I still, like, respect the game a lot. I think it is a really good game. Is it perfect? No. I think some of the depictions of some of the characters are a little weird. Like, how the fuck did Harley Quinn not get a boss fight in that game? They like, hype her up as, like, you know, Joker's right-hand lady, as it were. And then, kinda, she just, like, sends a bunch of goons at you, and then gets locked up in a jail cell. That's really fucking lame. And I remember saying on stream that I thought that was really fucking lame. But overall, Arkham Asylum is a really cool game. It's maybe not the kind of game I would typically play, and I'm not 100% on if I want to tackle the other Batman games on stream, but listen, if you've avoided it all this time like I have, it's a good game. It's pretty fire. I would recommend it. And I think it made for maybe not the best stream of the year, because again, I did get frustrated at, like, the stealth sections, but I'm still glad I did it. The Celeste stream. The Celeste Gauntlet. Dude, that took me 7.5 hours. My god. Celeste is one of my favorite games. That was another, like, easy, like, okay, I streamed this game in 2019, back when I was way less experienced. Why don't I just do it again? And you know what? I think it turned out well. What What else do we got? Arzette! Dude, I played Arzette on stream for the first time. I just remember gushing about it. Because it's like a really cool game. It was the first game that I ended up beating this year that was released this year. And it was a really good first impression. I mean, goofy Zelda CDI-inspired platformer. You can't get much better than that, man. It's a really cool game. It's a really cool game. And I think it made for a good stream. Man, did I do any bad streams this year? Every stream so far I've been like, dude, it would made for a pretty good stream. Batman was the only one that was like a little shaky. That one I'm a little bit like, it's a little bit of a mismatch, but I think it worked out in the end. Mario vs. Donkey Kong, that I do remember getting a little mad at. That I do remember getting a little mad at. But, you know. I mean, it's probably about as interesting of a stream as the game itself is. It's just a remake of, like, an old GBA game. And it's, like, it's kind of cute that it exists. And I like it. I mean, it's basically the sequel to Donkey Kong 94, which is a banger. Dude, I don't know how the fuck they haven't added that game to GB? Game Boy NSO. I was gonna say GBA, but that's not right. I don't know how they haven't added that to NSO, because that game is straight flames. You want to talk about a fucking fire game? Play Donkey Kong 94. You will be shocked at how good that game is. TF2. We did not stream as much TF2 as I generally have been. I think there's like less than... I think there's maybe like 6 TF2 VODs overall. And I mean... I don't know. I just have streamed so much TF2 at this point that, like, I remember, like, the couple I did earlier in the year were me trying to, like, find, like, interesting, weird maps in the game, because, dude, how many times at this point have I played, like, Upward and, like, Two Fort and shit? I've done over 50 TF2 streams, man. There's, like, hundreds of hours that you could watch of me just playing TF2. And I love the game to death, but, you know, it becomes, admittedly, I feel like I've been a little burnt out on the game. I had fun playing it on Sock Stream when I did the Christmas stream with them. I say that as if I was the main collaborator. I was just there. TF2 is good, though. TF2 is good. It's just one of those things where it's like, I've done so much of it at this point. What's left to say? What's left to say, man? And we have the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase, followed up by, like, what I streamed as a result of it. Like, Mother 3 being on Japanese NSO? That's funny. Contra, I remember thinking the demo was cool. I don't actually know what people think about that Contra game, but I remember playing it on stream and I was like, dude, other than the fact that this kind of runs like Dookie on the Switch, this seems like a genuinely, like, cool game. I don't know. I never played past the demo, though. Pepper Grinder, though, I did play past the demo. I didn't stream it. Pepper Grinder is fire, dude. That's a great game, and it's pretty short, too. It's only like a couple hours, but it is a fire couple of hours. That game whips ass. Pocket Card Jockey is also a cool game. I'm glad I played that. I'm glad I tried it. I think I was expecting to get a little more addicted to it, especially because I know Sienna loves Pocket Card Jockey. I don't know. I played it, and I was like, this is cute, this is fun, and then I didn't think too much of it. I don't know. I became a Balatro player. That shit ruined me. Side order, though. Side order, though. Actually, it did make for a fun stream. I wasn't really interested in doing side order past getting the ending, but from what I did for side order, I had a good time. I thought it was fun. Side order is pretty good. I don't know if it has the incentives to keep me coming back. And it's just strictly not as good as Octo Expansion. I mean, Octo Expansion is a hard fucking act to follow up on. But I guess, like, Side Order has better replayability. It's good that they experimented. It's very good that they experimented with kind of like a roguelike type deal. Because, dude, when the fuck else was Nintendo gonna do that? Like, what the fuck? Pokemon Legends ZA got announced this year. And we still know nothing about it. And you know what? Honestly, good. Good. I hope we don't hear anything about it until next Pokemon Day. That would make me happy. Dude, they're actually, like, it seems like they might be cooking. The more time we go without, like, Pokemon Legends news, the more I'm like, wait, they're cooking. Oh yeah, I streamed a little bit of Morg game card development. That expansion, I haven't been working on it as much recently. But it's made good headway. It's going to launch next year. And if it doesn't launch next year, just assume it's never coming out. But I would like for it to come out. I ended up not getting it to finish it this year. That was the original plan. But I don't know. There was like a period where I was knocking out like 20 plus cards a day. And I need a mental break. And I've been doing like every so often I'll add like a few more cards. You know, I don't want to burn myself out on it. But you can expect more game at some point. Probably. Oh man, the Mario 3D World stream. When I say the heart and soul of this stream is like ass-long streams of like super crazy shit, this is what I mean. Doing every single level in 3D World, including Champions Road and the other levels, oh my god. That made for like a fucking experience, dude. 3D World is such a phenomenal game. I think this was a really good stream of it. I mean, I've done a couple streams of 3D World before. There was the one in 2019 when I first started. That was of the Wii U version. Remember when this game was only on Wii U? It took until 2021 for a Switch version to come out. And when the Switch version did come out, I streamed that shit with Sienna, and that shit was a lot of fun. But 3D World is a game that you can have fun with on your own or with friends. And I had fun both ways. So I'm the real winner. Pokemon Black 2 was a lot of fun. It was the only Poke Marathon stream we did this year, really. And I mean, what can I say? Pokemon Black 2 is a great game. I had a lot of fun streaming it. I do remember I was convinced that the game was shorter than it actually was. I think part of it was that the original Pokemon Black stream was only like 3 parts. And that was partially because the last stream was like almost 9 hours long. But for some reason, I was convinced for multiple nights that that was going to be the finale, and it wasn't. We kept like having more Pokemon Black 2 streams. But overall, I mean, I think it was good. I think we came out with a great team. I would love to find where the last Pokemon Black stream is, so we can kind of, like, assess, like, where the team was at. Because I'm very curious. I remember Croquette. Dude, Croquette, Pop-Tart, Garnish, Mario, Carter, and Zoroark. What a good team. What a genuinely, like, great team. I got to use some of my favorite Mons. I got to use some funny-ass strats. Man, this was a fun Pokemon stream. I really liked, like, doing the Dream World stuff, too. That was something we did in, like, the earlier streams. That's how we got Croquette. Because Salamence is not a Pokemon that you get in Black and White 2. Not in the main decks, anyways. So that was a lot of fun. Zoroark, I think, was one of N's Pokemon, which is why we never nicknamed it. I don't remember what we named it as a fake nickname. I have no idea. And I got to use my funny Maractus. I love Maractus. God bless its soul. But yeah, Pokemon Black 2. I mean, Pokemon streams are always gonna be peak. I think, like, there's very few, like, Poke Marathon streams where I'm, like, not thinking it's, like, awesome. What else we got? We got Penny's Big Breakaway. As a game, pretty fun, pretty fun. As a stream, I think I might have overexerted myself on this one. I remember staying up really late to beat it. Because I think that was also a thing where I was like, oh, this is going to be shorter than I thought it was. And then it really wasn't. I don't know. It was fine, though. It was cute. It's a good game. I had fun with it. This is a video game that I played. Balatro. I didn't actually stream that much Balatro, surprisingly. Balatro is, like, maybe the game I played the most this year. And somehow, I only streamed it, like, 3 times. Again, that's what happens with the death of the Variety Hour. We need to bring it back. We need to bring it back. But I mean, what can I say about Balatro that hasn't been said by a million people already? I'm really impressed that on my first stream, I got, like, a successful run of that game. Like, I kind of just immediately, like, started to understand what the game was putting down. Action 52. Fuck this game, please do a review on it, you asshole, thanks. I don't even remember what stream I canceled where I had to play Action 52 instead. But I remember I had to cancel a stream and play Action 52. And you know what? It did make for a fun stream. I mean, there's like, I don't know. You could see I spent less than 3 hours in the game because it's like, you can spend a couple minutes in each Action 52 game and kind of get the idea. That's not a game where you need to, like, sit... Like, this is no UFO 50. UFO 50, you could spend a lot of time on a lot of those games. If you spend more than 5 minutes on an Action 52 game, like... You get fucking arrested, dude. That's, like... You're, like, some kind of criminal that hasn't even been discovered yet. We don't even have a law for what kind of criminal you are yet. But I beat Cheetah Man. I remember we couldn't beat Cheetah Man 2 because of the glitch with the monkey boss. The game is, like, literally bugged where you cannot beat Cheetah Man 2. I fell for the old classic AVGN. Ay, ay, ay. Comparing UFO 50 to Action 52 is like comparing a steak dinner to Dookie from a butt. Well, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Street Fighter 6 World Tour. This was a stream that I did not finish. And it's kind of just that, like, the World Tour mode is, like, a little boring. And, like, I don't feel like people were really that into it. Like, I did not get the vibe that people were very excited about Street Fighter 6 streams. So I kind of just, like, I don't know. This was around the time when I took my first big break of the year, and I was just like, dude, it's not happening. It's, like, it's kind of cute, it's kind of charming, but it is just, like, a little boring. It is a little boring, so I made the executive decision and stopped playing it. But it wasn't in vain, because we did get new character, Wife of Bigfoot. She's not that new. I made her in the demo of Street Fighter 6, but she's kinda new enough. She wasn't really a thing, like, a couple years ago. That's pretty new. Mega Man 10, I remember thinking was cool, but it's another, like, retro-styled Mega Man game, so I'm not sure how much energy I could dedicate to saying more about it. You can also see that Mega Man 10 is, like, significantly shorter than, like, Mega Man 8 or 9 stream by, like, a good hour or two. I did more Splatoon streams also. Splatoon, you know, again, easy to kind of just throw out some nights. Some nights I'm just like, I just want to play some Splatoon. Seeing this with the title is like, dude, I never learn. I never learn. So I'll talk about this a little bit. This is the year that I kind of learned that I have bipolar disorder. And I've talked about it on stream before. And one of the things that kind of comes with that is that I tend to be pretty impulsive when I'm, like, dealing with a manic episode. I feel like that is the main manifestation of, like, my manic episodes. Because I'm on, like, a medication to help with it. And I've been on that for a while. But a lot of the times, I'll just, like, talk big talk. And then, man, I just don't follow through because what I said is, like, completely insane. I was, like, talking, like, oh, yeah, we're probably gonna do less streams, more event streams. It's all gonna be, like, we're just gonna do, like, once a week a big stream. And just, that's not my style. It just isn't. And, like, this is something that, like, I think there are some streamers who could very gracefully transition to kind of being, like, event streamers. Like, Jerma became, like, primarily an event streamer, and that worked for him. That doesn't work for me. I am not Jerma. I am not even close to being Jerma. If you put us in a room and you mistook us, you would literally have to, like, I don't know, you would have to, like, have a fucked up perception of the world. I am Morgan, this is true. And just, I don't know. It's probably my worst trait, is that I'll make, like, when I'm having those moments, I'll make these, like, grandiose plans, and I just don't follow through. And, like, you know, sometimes it feels a little bit like I'm taking you guys for a ride, but everyone's usually, like, super understanding and, like, nice about it. So I'm not gonna beat myself up over it, but it is something that I would like to stop. And I feel like I've gotten better about it, but, you know, it happens. It happens. I might just unlist this stream, honestly. Because, like, what the fuck? I'm talking about the future of the streams that didn't happen. And then it's crazy, because I immediately followed it up with a gauntlet of Princess Peach Showtime. Princess Peach Showtime is a video game that I bought. It's fine. It's cute. It's a little bit of a boring game. And I think that probably reflected in my stream of it, is that it's a little bit of a boring game. I mean, it's very cute. All the different outfits that Peach, like, puts on are, like, so cute. But it's also a little bit of a boring game. It's a little bit of a boring-ass game. But whatever. Mega Man 11. The MorganWillBRB Street Fighter 6 stream will become lost media. No, just the Just Chatting stream. The wife of Bigfoot will never disappear. Don't ever accuse me of that kind of thing. Well, we do kind of get into the, like, pseudo-event stream era a little bit. Starting with the 2024 April Fool's Movie Night. I've done 4 of these. And you know what? Year 4 was still great. It was still great. I think, like, in 2023, I thought, like, maybe that would end up being the last one, especially because I kind of went hard with the Unboxo Man, like, Lag Train parody. That's one of those things where, like, I don't think I'm gonna get any better than that for a long while. The Unboxo Man Lag Train parody was, like, so good. This year I just did a parody of me watching anime. Which was, like, funny to me. I laughed at it. But, I mean, it didn't get the same reaction that, like, the Lag Train parody did. And, I mean, how could it? Lag Train parody was really good. But, I mean, every other video, I mean, I feel like this year had some of the most, like, funny videos. I think this was an extremely good year for YouTube. At least in terms of people submitting funny stuff. I feel like people did, like, really knocked it out of the park and made it a great show. And then we have two of the most agonizing things I've ever done. So, okay. If you do not know why I played 13 Pokemon games at the same time, you can kind of see it in the thumbnail. There is an old Tumblr post by a user named Steven Stone, who used to run Islaskok, which was a crack RP group I was a part of, and they just uploaded a video. Or not a video, they uploaded a picture of, like, all these Pokemon games, like, open, and said, I'm playing 13 Pokemon. And I decided, wait, what if I actually did that, though? And I did it, and holy shit, is the game a lot harder that way. I think it made for fun streams, though. I invited on some friends to make sure I didn't go completely insane. And man, it was a lot of fun. It was just, I didn't do more than 2. Because, dude, it's so much work trying to schedule everyone at the same time. And to also, like, get all the tech working. Because, like, this shit was, like, burning my CPU, man. That is the hottest my computer had ever been. Was doing 13 Pokemon. I mean, that shit is crazy. But I think it made for a fun stream. I think it made for a fun couple of streams. Maybe I'll do it again someday. I don't know. I think I thought about doing it for my birthday next year, but we'll see. We'll see. I did the handheld Sonic games. And they're all, like, fine, except Sonic 2, which is really bad. That game is not good. Like, I remember specifically, that one is just not fun. But the other ones are alright. Other ones are alright. I think I liked Chaos the most, if I remember. But they're all alright. They're all alright. This is a fake video game. I, like, think about this video game, and it's, like, fake. I did the casual speedrun of it, because it's literally, like, dude. I needed to, like, get it off my chest that Hatsune Miku, the Planet of Wonder, and Fragment of Wishes is one of the most mid-fucking games I've ever played in my life. A shitty minigame collection with, like, a, like, kind of, like, whatever story. You don't even have to, like, engage with most of the minigames. So it's just, like, fucking whatever, dude. We did play Sonic Pocket Adventure, though, and that was cool. That was an interesting experience. Nothing too crazy. It's like another, like, Sonic 2-esque game. But it's cute. It's a cute game. Dr. Robotnik's Ring Racers. I mean, that is, like, another, like, pretty fucking banger game. I don't even remember, I just kind of did it on impulse, and then I was like, wait, I want to play every map in this game now, because this game is really fucking fun. Dr. Robotnik's Ring Racers is great, and it made for a fun stream. I could tell that, like, people in chat were really enjoying it, too. It was just solid. It was just solid. I did Lego Star Wars for May the 4th. It's Lego Star Wars. I think it's a cute stream idea. But it's just Lego Star Wars. There's some people who, like, they ride and die by Lego Star Wars, and I'm mostly like, they're cute. They're fun games. That's it. You are Peter Shorts. Honestly, You Are Peter Shorts is kind of what ended the, like, event stream, like, brief period. Where I was like, oh, I'm mostly gonna do, like, big streams, like, events and, like, gauntlets and stuff. And then, like, Dr. Robotnik's Ring Racers back-to-back with You Are Peter Shorts made me realize, wait, I don't want to do that at all, actually. Actually, no, I don't want to do that. You Are Peter Shorts is a great game, also. I think it made for a fun stream. Whoever tuned in for that seemed to have had a lot of fun. You got to see many beautiful Peters. I'm really glad that I got to stream it. Then we got a big one. Maybe the biggest one. I don't know. I haven't, like, looked back and checked at, like, the length of each stream. But if I had to take a guess, 1,000 Year Door was probably my longest stream of the year. And hi, Mod Morgan, welcome. I did play Mario. I'm actually about to talk about Paper Mario right now. 1,000 Year Door. 1,000 Year Door. Oh my god. That is a game that I respect a hell of a lot more now. And I still like Origami King, to be clear. I didn't, like, play 1,000 Year Door and all of a sudden I'm like, dude, Origami King is ass. Origami King is, like, a really fucking cool game. But 1,000 Year Door is, like, especially, like, the remake, it's just, like, it's so fucking good, man. They really knocked it out of the park. I mean, I replayed the game on my own. I even did the Pit of 100 trials. I, like, barely scraped by, too. I could have died at any point during that. But it's okay. It was a really fun stream. You could tell that, like, everything in that game was, like, so fucking cool to me. It's a really fucking cool game. I'm glad I finally got a chance to play it. The Sonic Advance Gauntlet. Sonic Advance, pretty great. Sonic Advance 2. Sonic Advance 3? Why the fuck does that one have so much... Dude. Are you seeing the view disparity? What the hell? Why is Sonic... The people love Sonic Advance 3, I guess. What the fuck? 144 views versus 6 and 9? Lol, funny? What the hell? I mean, maybe not the recommended way to play these games. I feel like by the end of Sonic Advance 3, I was fucking tired, dude. But, hey, Sonic Advance 3, pretty good. Pretty good. And Sonic Advance 1, pretty great. And Sonic Advance 2 can go to hell. Evil-ass game. Evil-ass game. Fields of Mystria, dude. It's true, people want to see Gemerald. Fields of Mystria is a game that I'm really, really happy about. I'm not typically the kind of person that really cares about, like, farming sims and stuff. But something about, like, Field of Mystria's, like, art style and, like, its world and its characters, like, it kind of, like, instantly grabbed me. And, you know, I've made jokes about that being because of Valen, but I was interested in the game before they even revealed her. Because I just saw the, like, Sailor Moon-inspired art style, and I was like, dude, that kind of looks cute. That looks, like, interesting. So I was interested in seeing where it was going, you know? Because, like, I don't know. I have respect for, like, Stardew Valley, but Stardew Valley's, like, art style and, like, world and characters don't really interest me. And that's kind of weird, because it's not like they're boring. There's, like, interesting stuff you can talk about with, like, Stardew Valley characters. But, like, I don't know. They just don't do it for me in the same way that, like, Fields of Mystria's, like, characters do. I just, like, I want to be friends with everyone in Mystria. I think they're all awesome. And I mean, the game, again, the game looks great. I love the art style. I love the characters. One day we're gonna get married to Dr. Valen. Yeah, I'm excited for more updates, too. That's why I've been taking my time with it a little bit, because I'm like, it's gonna be a little bit before they add past the 6 hearts. I'm already at 2 hearts. Like, each stream I do, I get another heart, and it's like, we get closer and closer to, like, me running out of things to do with Dr. Valen. And that just, like, that cannot stand. If I run out of things to do with her, like, my world falls apart. I did 1 Kingdom Hearts stream. And the reason I only did 1 Kingdom Hearts stream is, 1, I got kind of frustrated at the game a little bit on stream. I remember there was 1 boss fight early on that kind of frustrated me. And 2, I don't know, man. With the state of the world, playing something that was, like, Disney branded, like, was just, like, upsetting to me. I just kept thinking about it, and I was like, dude, do I really want to be playing a Disney game right now? Even though I kind of do want to try Kingdom Hearts, I just, man, I fucking hate Disney. I fucking hate Disney, dude. Also, hi, Bomber. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Forget Kingdom Hearts is Disney sometimes. I feel like a lot of people do, to be fair. Dude, I played Lethal Company once. We have to hop on Lethal Company again. Because that was fun, and it made for a fun stream. We gotta hop back in on Lethal Company. Yeah, it is a little fucked up that it's the end of 2024. Actually, one thing I will say, even though we're not done with, like, the retrospective, is like, dude, that's kind of fucked up that it's even New Year's Eve, because it literally, like, honestly, I blame Thanksgiving being so late this year. Because literally, like, Christmas came so fast afterwards that I was like, what the fuck, how is it already Christmas? And now it's New Year's Eve, and I'm like, what the fuck, how is it already 2025? I mean, it's not literally 2025, but, like, fucking in here, I have, like, 8 hours left to enjoy 2024. Lethal Company's cool, though. Lethal Company's cool, though. I would love to stream that more. I did also stream the Nintendo Direct. It gave us brothership. It gave us brothership. 2017 happened so quickly. We'll talk about brothership more when I get to it. Actually, brothership might be the longest stream I did this year, to be honest. I'm not sure. You just have like a what's the word I'm looking for? You have like a beautiful soul. You have a beautiful, quiet soul. And that's okay. Dude, Bomber, you gotta hop on. Brothership is so peak. Brothership is so peak. I have some thoughts about it, but we are also doing a tier list. So I will probably talk more about what I think about games outside of how I felt streaming them when I get to that. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD! I introduced that like it was a stream I enjoyed doing. I really didn't. I was not over the moon about doing Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. And I'm a little sad that that's the fact because, dude, Luigi's my guy. And I really enjoyed streaming Luigi's Mansion 3 in 2019. But dude, Luigi's Mansion 2 is kind of bad. Like, I don't know, it's not a terrible game, it's just like, there's something weird about it. I don't know, there's something about it that just does not mesh with me. I just could not get into it. I had to keep a guide on standby all the time because it was just like, I don't know. I couldn't get into it. I couldn't get into it at all. And, like, I feel like it reflected in the stream. If I had to say what the worst stream of the year is, I feel like Luigi's Mansion 2 HD is probably the worst stream of the year. And we had the Mega Man 9 Hell stream, but at least Hell streams are, like, funny in how I'm suffering. You know, a good old Hell stream never hurt anybody. But Luigi's Mansion 2 HD was kind of like, whatever. Whatever, man. Whatever. I know some people do like it. I'd see that. It's just not for me. It's just not for me. It does say, yeah, Mega Man 9 has Splash Woman. It also has, evil in it. Because it's an evil game. Dude, seeing the YoCraft SMP, I wish I got to stream more of that. I'm really sad I didn't stream more of that. But this year was just so weird. I think around the summertime is when I took a second big hiatus. And I just did not get to play more YoCraft. And I'm really disappointed about that. Because I had a lot of fun on the streams that I did. Dude, YoCraft is responsible for one of my highest viewed clips right now. If you, like, go to my clips tab, you'll see that the fucking, like, clip where, Peter Griffin shows up at my front door, that's in, like, the top 10 most viewed clips on my channel. And, like, that doesn't happen every day. I feel like a lot of my top clips are, like, from way earlier in my streaming lifestyle. But, like, the Peter Griffin clip just, like, instantly shot up. It instantly blew up. Bomber, if you, like, just do, like, a Minecraft server, listen, I'll be there. I'll be there. We'll create cinema. Oh, man, here's a big one. Here's a big one. The MFL Uber's Draft League. The sequel to the original MFL Draft League. Now, MFL Ubers kinda had a bit of a troubled development. It was more so that it was like, I don't know, things kept getting in the way. Life stuff on both me and Sienna's end kept getting in the way. It was a very tough year, especially for Sienna, and I'm really grateful that I have my friend Sienna. She, like, kind of powered through to make sure that MFL Ubers kind of, like, you know, it happened at all, and it, like, went, like, smoothly, even though there were, like, delays upon delays. In the end, I'm proud of how the MFL Ubers Draft League went as a series of streams. And I think there was a bit of a notable drop-off this time around. Like, the MFL, I feel like there was interest throughout the entire Draft League. I feel like more and more people kind of fell off towards the end of the Ubers Draft League. And I don't think it's from a lack of interesting things happening. I honestly more so blame the Ubers format. Well, no, it's honestly mostly delays made stuff, like, end, like, a month after they were supposed to. But also, I think that Ubers is inherently a less interesting format. Like, Ubers is a format that you look at and you're like, yo, that big guy, that's crazy, he does big damage. But there's not actually a lot of intrigue behind that, because a lot of Ubers really is just, like, it's either full-on hyper-offense, or it's trying to be kind of stally. They're, like, which is funny, because I think the two balance teams were the ones that made it to the end. But, like, balance is not something that's super common in Ubers. And I think, like, people are just generally less familiar with Ubers as a format. So it's, like, even harder to follow a stream about a format in, like, within another format, you know? Like, getting people on board with the original Draft League was already enough of a task. Trying to get people on board with a Ubers Draft League, they see, like, Mewtwo put out the Psychic Bullet Blast, and they're like, what the fuck is that? How can he even do that? It doesn't make any sense. But overall, I think there was a lot to love about the Ubers Draft League. Hulk Toilet's retirement, the poor untimely death of Squawkabilly, and the deserved death of Smeargle at the hands of Insane Clown Posse. And if any of those words sounded intriguing to you, hey, you should watch the MFL Ubers Draft League. There were a lot of great storylines that happened as a result of it. I had a lot of fun with it. Trouble in Terrorist Town? That was fun. I didn't get to join it as much as I would have liked, just because my work schedule makes it a little awkward. But the streams that I did get to join for Trouble in Terrorist Town, I had fun. There hasn't really been a TTT stream in a hot minute, either. Or like a TTT night. As far as I know. I don't remember when the last TTT was. F099 also. Pretty fun. Not much more to say about that. I streamed 5 minutes of Donkey Kong Jr. Math. And ladies and gentlemen, we officially have the stream of the year. Everybody give it up for Donkey Kong Jr. Math. Yeah! Dude, I streamed a little bit of Nintendo Switch Sports this year. Dude, Nintendo Switch Sports, honestly, I've, like, completely come around to Nintendo Switch Sports just being, like, actually really good. And I think all the Nintendo fans that, like, overblow it as if it's this, like, fucked up monstrosity are, like, literally, like, dumber than dirt to me. It's, like, literally, like, I am, like, a normal human being walking around living my life, and all the people online who complain about Nintendo Switch Sports and how it removed the soul of, like, a Wii tech demo are, like, literally, like, crawling around in the dirt to me. I'm sorry, Nintendo fans who get mad at, like, 7 out of 10 video games are, like, the dumbest people ever to me. Why don't you come back to me when you finish all of Cheetah Men on stream, alright? Don't even fuck with me, dude. I've played a lot of shit on stream. I played Hello Neighbor. I played Hello Neighbor 2. I played fucking Action 52. I played E.T. I played, no, Baldi's not bad. I don't know, I've played some shit. Including some shit that we will get to. The big some shit. If you know, you know. I streamed Starfy on GBA. I did not care for it that much. Because I didn't understand what the fuck was going on. Oh, you want to talk about something I also didn't care about? Those games, too. I enjoyed streaming those games one last year, so I was really disappointed by those games, too. I don't know, something about, like, the selection of games just did not jive with me in the same way. I just could not get into it. I couldn't finish it. I was just over it. I was like, you know what? I don't want those games no more. Those Games 1, though, is still pretty good. Man, this is something I kind of wish I streamed more of as well. The NWC NES edition. Kind of fun. I mean, I know it's no NES remix, but honestly, I had a great time with it. I had a fun time streaming it. I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe there's not a crazy amount for me, because there's only so many of the NES games in the pack that I actually do like. Like, I guess I could do all of Ice Climbers, but will I like doing all of Ice Climbers? I don't know about all that. But it's interesting. It's cool. I think it's kind of like it's a little bit of a sleeper hit. We're getting close to the summer hiatus now. We're getting close to the summer hiatus, which is where the PNG Tuber arc starts. Afterwards, at least. So, I started Doom Eternal, and I didn't finish it. Again, because I ended up going on that break, and after the break, I kind of just needed a refresh. I'm a little sad, though, because Doom Eternal did actually make for some pretty fun streams. I did enjoy playing Doom Eternal on stream. I mean, I complained about the story, because the story in that game is really bad. But I mean, I think everybody in the world already agrees that Doom Eternal's story is really bad. So you're not learning anything new. Poke Park Wii, I also only did, well, I think I only did the one stream of it. That was just kind of boring. I thought that was going to be like one of those things where it's like, oh, I'll play this game at the same time as Doom Eternal, and maybe I'll return to it someday. but it is a kind of boring game. There's no reason I didn't really feel like going back to it. Especially, like, I don't know. We could do Poke Park too. I don't know. Maybe it's because I, like, tried to dedicate myself to unlocking all of the Pokemon. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe if I was just going for a straight shot, I would enjoy Poke Park way more. We'll see, though. I could see myself going back to it, and maybe changing my mind. I do own Poke Park 2, so I would be down to stream Poke Park 2. Fitness boxing featuring Hatsune Miku. Is this the only stream where I got hurt? This stream, like, fucked me up, dude. I remember, I don't remember if I was supposed to do stretches, like, the game told me to do stretches, but I didn't. And I ended up, like, the next day feeling, like, so fucking sore. And I was like, oh, dude, I fucked myself up so bad. Dude, Miku fucked me up so bad. Shout out to Hatsune Miku hurting me this year. And yep, this is where I came back. This is where I came back. And I feel like this is probably around where I start feeling the most proud of the streams I've done this year. So we got Pokemon Fire Red Slide, which I was kind of just like, okay, well, first of all, I remember this was another time me saying, like, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do that many playthroughs. Guess who lied again? Guess who was manic and did a little lie because she was feeling impulsive and wanted to make a big change in her life, but wasn't really dedicated enough for it. So I played Pokemon Fire Red Slide. And you know what? It's funny. It made for a funny, small, little Pokemon playthrough. I had a good time with it. And I think it made for, like, a good kind of, like, return to form a little bit. You know, if the rest of the streams are like, yeah, that was pretty fun. That was alright. This is like, yeah. This is where I went from good to great. And then I played Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga. And that game was... I remember it frustrating me at a few points. And I also remember that was kind of like... That was a little bit of like, people got a little crazy with the backseating. But it was fun. It was fun. I had a good time with Superstar Saga. Overall. And I think it made for a good stream. And I think I kind of do like the idea of, like, having those playthroughs that I do, like, very quickly. I've kind of, like, gone back and forth between, like, doing, like, a lot of one stream at a time and then, like, going back to, like, oh, I put a little bit of variety in there. But, you know. The FODs that are approaching. Yeah. Let's talk about the Buxathon for the year, aka Codename Stream. Because we got a lot to cover. Like, there haven't been that many event streams to talk about at this point. Usually, I feel like I usually do quite a few more event streams by this point in the year. But I feel like I kind of put all my eggs in one basket and made Codename Stream what is probably the biggest production that I've ever done. And the longest, like, event stream series I will ever do, probably. So, first of all, Codename Steam. I played Codename Steam, and that game is not good. I think it was... I think the payoff was good, though. I think, like, after all these years, it's, like, really funny how Codename Steam went. Like... You know, it was one of those things where I was like, okay, the concept is really goofy, but maybe there's something to this game. And you know what? When I first started the game, I was like, damn, there is actually a little something to this game. The combat's kind of fun. It's interesting. And then, like, you get to part 2, and I'm like, oh my god, wait, is this one of the worst games I've ever played? Like, there's an immediate drop-off, in my opinion, on Codename Steam from Part 1 to Part 2. And, like, yeah, now we all know what the deal is with Codename Steam. And again, I feel like having, like, this, like, whole, like, story behind it, like, it was this dumb Nintendo game that I remember seeing in all these ads back in the day that just fucking floundered and flopped, and nobody has heard hide nor hair of it since. It made for a hell of a journey. And I mean, out of all the streams I did for Codename Stream, people were most invested in the Codename Steam part. And I mean, fair enough, it's what the whole Buxathon was named after. And man, oh man. Yeah. I'm glad you got to join in for that, Bomber. It was a Codename Steam was an interesting time. You know that's going extremely low on the tier list. But I think, like, terrible game, one of the best streams I've ever done. I think that Codename Steam is, like, one of the best streams I've ever done. And I think it helped that I had other people on the mic to kind of keep me from going crazy. And, you know, there were a few hiccups with it. Primarily that Coffee just stopped working properly. Which kind of, like, set the whole Buxathon back a little bit. But in the end, I mean, it worked out. It worked out, and I'm grateful for that. Because God, in the moment, I was like, dude, oh God, what is happening? I was miserable when Coffee was having those problems. I had to start taking donos through Streamlabs. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. Then we kind of have part 2 of the Buxathon, which was me watching through all of my YouTube videos. This I'm also very proud of, because you know what? Even though a lot of those old videos are bad, and it was a little hard to sit through, I mean, just to see the progression of the videos go from, like, basically unwatchable garbage to, like, actually, like, a little bit, like, kind of cool. And then, like, the ending with the Celeste essay is, like, it's very sweet. It's very sweet. You can kind of see the progression of me going from, like, this, like, very irony-poisoned, like, teenager to, like, my more, like, authentic self that I am on stream. I'm happy with how the movie night went, overall. It was I think it's the part of the Buxathon that people tuned in for the least. But, I mean, I'm also willing to live with that, because, God, a lot of those old videos are really embarrassing. And then we had Pokemon Emerald, but chat voted on the rules for the run. Dude. This made for a fucking fun as fuck stream, dude. Oh my God. Pokemon Emerald, but chat voted on the rules is, like, some of the dumbest shit I've ever done, but, like, in a good way. If it wasn't for the fact that the Codename Steam stream was so good, this would be my favorite part of the Buxathon. Because, I mean, I'm playing through one of my favorite games of all time, with also some of the stupidest stipulations you've ever heard. Like, it was a fucking struggle, it was a hell of a journey, but by God, did we do it. Did we fucking do it. Only took us 7 parts. And then before the last part of Codename Stream, we took a little break, played some Scream Fortress, Sonic X Shadow Generations, baby. That's Game of the Year. That's Game of the Year. You already know what it is. That's Game of the Year. Hey there, neighbor. Can I come inside? What's up, neighbor? What you got to hide? What do you want me to say about Hello Neighbor 2? Literally, what do you want me to say about Hello Neighbor 2? It made for a great finale. I will say that. Bad game, good stream. Great stream, even. And we got the Brothership stream, baby. We got the Brothership stream, baby. Dude, Brothership was a lot of fun to stream. Just, like, as a whole, like, getting to experience this game in the way that I did. And, like, kind of doing the side quests on my own as well to kind of make sure I got, like, you know, proper equipment and stuff. I didn't want to get fucked like I did in Superstar Saga. Superstar Saga, like, that was tough. I did not want Brothership to be tough. So I did a lot of side stuff on my own to kind of ensure that we'd be okay. And you know what? I think it worked out swimmingly. I think it absolutely worked out swimmingly. And then, man, is Anton Blast the last stream? Oh my god, we're already almost done. Anton Blast? I did not finish it. I don't want to make any definitive statements on it because I didn't finish it. I will say the 2 streams I did of it are very fun. The first stream I was really sick, and then I kind of took a break because, again, stuff happened with my mom. She was in the hospital for a bit. She's home. She's fine now. You know, I've talked about it before. That was the reason that there was a little break in December, even though I didn't want to. But, you know, if your mom is in the hospital and, like, you're a streamer, you're not going to fucking stream while your mom's in the hospital. You could pretend like you would, but you're not going to. I'm also really glad she's okay. You know? It kind of threw my plans for, like, other stuff I wanted to do at the end of the year for a loop. And I didn't end up getting to finish Anton Blast, but, you know, it turned out okay. It turned out okay. And I guess that's already it. That's already it for the retrospective. I mean, overall, it was a very weird year, and for some reason, I have, like, this curse where every second year of the stream seems to be, like, a little bit of a slump period. Usually, there's so much of a slump that I don't even get to do the retrospective on New Year's Eve. Usually, I do it in January, just because I'm, like, so demotivated. Why didn't that happen this year? I just feel like I've gotten better at streaming, mostly. I feel like, I don't know. I definitely pushed myself a little bit more than I usually do, and I kind of had more grandiose plans that I didn't really get to accomplish. But in the end, I mean, we still have 200 stream segments. That's a lot, you know? When I, like, compare it to some of the other quote-unquote slump years, I mean, it's more than 2019, which I would not consider a slump at all. And it's more than 2020 and 2022. I feel like we had some of the best streams this year when I was willing to experiment. I think, like, the experimentation I did with stuff like Codename Stream and, like, 13 Pokemon and, like, the big gauntlets and stuff, I think that made for some of the best streams I've ever done. Like, I think, like, genuinely, you could, like, watch any of Codename Stream and be like, yeah, that's solid. That's really good. And I feel like stuff like 13 Pokemon and Fire Red Slide and just the weird shit was really good. I did kind of play it safe in other regards. I feel like I kind of, like, used, like, I don't know. I think I relied on Nintendo too much this year, which is weird because it wasn't even that good of a year for Nintendo. Like, I don't know, there was cool stuff that came out, Brothership being the big one. But I feel like overall, I kind of want to experiment with, like, other stuff, even if it's just, like, ROM hacks and fan projects and stuff. I feel like we gotta get crazier. And I say that, and then, like, next year, Nintendo's probably dropping the Switch 2, and I'll forget about everything I said here, and it won't matter. It won't fucking matter because of the Switch 2. But overall, I mean, the fact that I even made it to, like, streaming on New Year's Eve means that despite having a weird 2024 for the stream, I feel like we did good. I feel like we did good. And you know what? It wasn't a year where I, like, gained a lot of followers or, like, gained a lot of subscribers or whatever. But, like, if you guys know me, I do it for the love of the game. I don't stream just to try and reach an audience. I stream because streaming is fucking fun. So I'm gonna do it. And you know what? If one person is watching it, or 15, or like 100 people are watching it, that don't matter to me. What matters is that streaming is fun, and I cannot wait for next year to bring you more of the good shit. Before we do the 2024 tier list of all different games I played, I kind of want to briefly touch upon plans I do have for next year. I don't have any big thing planned for this stream anniversary on the 21st. I want to figure something out to do, but I don't think it's going to be, like, any big event this year, because it's still, like, too soon after, like, Codename Stream, and also the MFL Ubers Draft League. I mean, both ended in November. It has not even been a full 2 months since my, like, last, like, the biggest event streams that I've ever done. So, you know, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna, like, make a fuss. We're gonna deal. We're gonna deal. We'll figure out something fun to do on the stream anniversary, though. For sure. But, a few plans I do have. Obviously, for January, we have 2 releases that I plan on streaming day 1. It's Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, and it's FF7 Rebirth. FF7 Rebirth being the big one. I mean, that's gonna be huge. That's gonna take, like, at least 7 streams, if not more. And people will know that I have, like, mixed thoughts about FF7 Remake as a whole. But I have heard that FF7 Rebirth is, like, quite a bit better and fixes quite a few of the complaints I have with FF7 Remake. So I'm excited to check it out. Also in January, we will be starting Super Paper Mario. It's been a while since I did that poll. Originally, that was supposed to happen way sooner. But now we're gonna get it at the beginning of 2025. I'm gonna be streaming that tomorrow. So all the Super Paper Mario fans are gonna be hype as fuck. Also in January, I mean, we got Tulip. I gotta start Tulip at some point. No, wait. Yeah, Tulip. And Spore. So, we got a lot I want to cover in January. To be honest, I could see, like, Tulip and Spore taking a little bit of a backseat. But I'm gonna try and get them done in January, because those were the chat voted on playthroughs. They're gonna get done next year, though. Definitely, like, early in the next year, though. But if Tulip and Spore end up being a little late, I'm sorry. January's just a little packed. I mean, again, Super Paper, I got FF7 Rebirth, Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. I still have to finish Anton Blast. And who knows what else will drop in January. There might be a Switch 2 reveal in January. We just don't know. And you know what? I'm going to be a Switch 2 streamer. All the people are going to be like, they're going to come to me and be like, Morgan, is getting a Switch 2 worth it? And I'll be the one to tell you yes or no. But, what are some other early in the year plans? I would also like to do some of the stream remakes. Like, Game Dev Tycoon, I could definitely see myself doing early in the year. And Psychonauts 2, I can also see doing pretty early in the year. How early? I'm not sure yet, but they will be pretty early. Now, going back real quick. So, after Super Paper and FF7 Rebirth, as long as plans don't get, like, derailed again, the next major playthrough after FF7 Rebirth would be Yakuza 7, which I am very, very excited. This is something I have been planning to do, like, for a very long time. Dude, my plans got so derailed this year. I made this poll in May and was saying, like, yeah, I'm gonna do this after Kingdom Hearts. No, I didn't. What the fuck? Oh, shit, it's already 2025. Fuck. But yeah, it would be Yakuza 7, then it would be Majora's Mask, and then it would be Pokemon X and Y. Those are the plans. And those are, like, the big ones that I want to get out of the way, out of the stuff that we all, like, agreed on would be done. And, like, I don't know, we'll do some more improv stuff. I want to get more variety hours going, I want to get more gauntlets going, because I really didn't do as many as I would have wanted to this year. I'm thinking I want to do the Undertale gauntlet in January. Maybe that's what I just stream on the anniversary, is I just stream all of Undertale again. Because I've been meaning to do that for quite some time. And I mean, Undertale's one of my favorite games ever. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I hope you listened to me talk about stuff we'll do in January, and you were like, yo, that sounds kind of hype. Imagining a world where someone is convinced that X and Y is the sequel to XD. Wait. Kind of fire. But let's go through these. This is not going to take up too much of our time. Or maybe it will. I don't know. I'm going to warn you guys in advance. It's Pretty Good is probably going to take up most of the space on this screen. Because I think a lot of things are pretty good. Like F-Zero 99. It's pretty good. I mean, it's one of the better Battle Royales that I've played. I still like Tetris 99 more. I could maybe be, I don't know, I could be convinced that it's Peem. It would be very low on Peem, but it's definitely Peem. Pokemon Emerald is my favorite game ever. Where the fuck do you think I'm putting it? Marble It Up is pretty good. I played that. That's a game that I didn't talk about because I didn't stream it. Marble It Up is a great, like, Monkey Ball-esque type game. I mean, it's not really super like Monkey Ball. It has a jump button for one. So it's like Banana Blitz, which is not a good Monkey Ball. But I promise you, Marble It Up is pretty solid. It's a fun little marble adventure game. I like those kinds of games. I need to play Marble Blast, to be honest. I need to play Marble Blast. And you know what? Sonic Superstars is also pretty good. I know some people have, like, negative opinions on Superstars, but I just genuinely think it's a great game. Could it have a better soundtrack? Absolutely. But I think overall Sonic Superstars is great. You know, I'm still feeling, like, pretty good about that game. I'm putting all of the Donkey Kong Land games in It's Fine, and it's just because they're interesting games. You can definitely, like, I don't know, there's something to be said about these, like, weird portable versions of, like, the Donkey Kong Country games, but overall, you're probably better off playing the DKC games, unless you've played those games so much to death that you need some kind of change. Like, oh man, I really feel like playing a Donkey Kong game, but I've played all those Donkey Kong games too much. Guess I'll play the weird Game Boy versions. I kind of think I like Donkey Kong Land 1 the most as well, even though it's probably the most frustrating of the three, just because it's like, it actually has like different level themes from the original Country game, while Donkey Kong Land 2 and 3 are pretty similar in terms of level theming to Country 2 and 3. I don't know. Aw, man. I feel like I'm obligated to put Mario Party in Pretty Good. Even though I think Mario Party 3 is weaker than Jamboree and, like, Mario Party 2. I mean, I gotta give it to Mario Party 3. It's pretty good. Same with Splatoon 3. I mean, I like Splatoon. It's not my favorite Splatoon. If it was Splatoon 2, it'd be Peem, but it's pretty good. Pretty good. Advance 3 is fine. We talked about Advance 3. Return to Dreamland is pretty great. I'd put that high, and it's pretty good. Triple Trouble is fine. Mystery Dungeon is great. That's another, it's pretty good. Sonic Advance 1, I definitely put, and it's pretty good. Same with Ring Racers. We talked about those games a little bit. WarioWare, I mean, it's... You know what? It's Peem. It's Peem. I love WarioWare. And I've got, like... It's not my favorite WarioWare. That's probably between Smooth Moves and Get It Together, but... The original WarioWare, it's pretty solid. Pretty solid. Shovel Knight's pretty good. Shovel Knight's pretty good. Isaac is Peem. That's freaking Peem. Celeste on Pico 8, it's fine. It's fine. Nothing too crazy to say about that. Penny's Big Breakaway is, like, low on it's pretty good. Because it is a great game, it's also a fucking jank-ass game. I don't really love how jank Penny's Big Breakaway is. But it's still good. It's still good. How am I not gonna put Mario Galaxy in its Peem? Dude, I'd get executed if I didn't put Mario Galaxy in its Peem. Face Hand, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, man. I'm putting Brothership in it's pretty good, but it is also kind of Peem. Just so we know, like, if there's, like, an exact border on what's pretty good and what's Peem, it's Mario and Luigi Brothership. Like, Mario and Luigi Brothership is only held back by the fact that it is a heavily flawed game. Otherwise, it'd be straight Peem. Otherwise, it'd be straight fucking Peem. I feel like, once it comes to... Honestly, if it gets, like, an upgrade on Switch 2, that shit is straight Peem. Because, honestly, the biggest problem with that game is that the pacing feels, like, so much slower because of how much the game loads. Like, that is a slow game. You can tell it struggles a little bit on the original Switch, even if there's not a lot of frame drops. Grapple Dogs is pretty good. Or, just Grapple Dog. I had fun with that game. That was a game I played off-stream. It's a fun little platformer. Maybe I will stream it at some point, because it is a pretty nice game. I like the characters, I like the story. It's fun. It's fun. Sonic 2, pretty good. Kirby 64 is Peem. Dude, that's Kirby 64. That's freaking Kirby 64. Metroid Zero Mission, pretty good. That I streamed. I actually forgot to talk about it. I realized we skipped over Metroid Zero Mission. I mean, it didn't make for a crazy stream or anything, but it was nice getting to actually stream all of a Metroid game. Because Metroid is not a series I'm, like, super familiar with. This is kind of like where it all began. I mean, it's not the literal first game, but it's like a remake of the first game. NWC, pretty good. Oh, dude. Amio, the Smiling Man. It's Peem. It's Peem. Dude, listen. If you have never played Emio the Smiling Man, Famicom Detective Club, and you have any interest in, like, visual novels, please play Emio. Like, the Famicom Detective Fan Club, like, fans, the Famicom Detective Club fans were so right. This shit is straight fire. It's, like, actually, like, one of the... It is... I think about the story of it a lot. I don't want to spoil it, because the story is really fucking good. But, like, you owe it to yourself if you like visual novels. And, like, I'm, like, really happy that, like, Nintendo was even bold enough to release, like, a rated M visual novel. Like, dude, do you realize how crazy that sounds? You would think it would be some, like, lowbrow dog shit. You hear the words mature rated Nintendo, like, visual novel, and you're probably thinking of, like, Fire Emblem, but pornographic. But no, MEO is straight flames. That shit is straight flames. Jammer Lammy is Peem also. That's Peem. Also, I do want to replay Bug Fables. I wouldn't do it on stream, though, I think. I think I'm still pretty happy with how the original Bug Fables stream went. To the point where I'm not, like, immediately, like... Oh, I need to redo that stream. I need that stream to be redone, you know? Like, yeah, I didn't even put that in my thing, because I was like, I don't really need to restream it. Some Fire Emblem fans seem to think that Fire Emblem is already pornographic. That's because they're deeply perverted. This is the first eh. I don't think Luigi's Mansion 2 is ass, but I do think it's eh. You gotta put TF2 in Peem. You gotta put Super Mario RPG in Peem. And you know what? You gotta put Black 2 in its Peem. Honestly, that's a bigger list of Peem games than I thought we'd have by now. You know what? I'm gonna knock you down, WarioWare. I'm sorry. There's too many Peem games. Like, listen, I like the original WarioWare. I don't think it's matching up to some of these. Honestly, same with F-Zero 99. I don't think F-Zero... Like, these are literally some of the best games I've ever played in my life. And F-Zero 99 is just, like, really good, and so is WarioWare. Where else was I gonna put Donkey Kong Jr. Math? Did you expect me to be like, dude, Donkey Kong Jr. Math is straight flames? It's ass. RZ's pretty good. WarioWare Get It Together, that's Peem. You wanna talk about a Peem game? That's Peem. Sorry, original WarioWare. Sonic Adventure 2, that's Peem. Pizza Tower? It's pretty good. That I played on my own, so I could talk about that a little bit. I guess I played Sonic Adventure 2 on my own as well. But I mean, what could I say about Sonic Adventure 2 that I haven't said already? I mean, Sonic Adventure 2. Pizza Tower, though, I specifically played through the Noise update this year, and, like, it was fun, and I enjoyed it, but can I be so real? I didn't even realize there was a difference between Peppino's moveset and, like, the Noise's moveset until it's the first level where you have the option to switch to... Or not, you don't have the option. You have to switch to Gustavo. And I just, like... I realized when you didn't actually switch to Gustavo, I was like, oh wait, the Noise does have more moves. I didn't even notice that it had more moves, because I literally just played... I played Pizza Tower, like, a year before I replayed it, so I didn't even remember, like, Peppino's moveset at all. So, like, the difference in movesets, it might as well have not existed. Dude, where else am I putting Cheetah Man? Are you kidding me? Mega Man 8, it's fine. It's fine. It's cute, though. I do think it's cute, so it gets put high. It's Peem. It's Peem. This is Game of the Year. This is Game of the Year. Hold on. I don't usually like doing extra tiers, but in this case, you gotta give it to Shadow Generations. That's Game of the Year. It's Game of the Year. It's not even close. It's Game of the Year. Ace Attorney's pretty great. That I replayed on my own with the thought that I was gonna replay 2 and then actually play 3 on my own, and then I didn't do that. Oopsie. It took... Where? Kirby's Dream Land is pretty good. Pocket Adventure's pretty good. Super Mario Land is pretty good. Paper Mario is pretty good. Grapple Dogs is pretty good. Tales of Mystria? That's, like, on the border as well. I think that's also bordering, like, Peem and pretty good. Smash Brawl is pretty good. It's fine. I was thinking about putting it in the F tier, but it didn't really, like, upset me at any point. It's just, like, again, it's just, like, a little boring. Hi-Fi Rush is Peem. I'm thinking about it, and I'm like... Would I put Hi-Fi Rush above Fields of Mystria? Maybe Fields of Mystria is Peem. I'm putting Fields of Mystria in Peem because it does have Dr. Valen. And you have to accept this. And if you get mad at me for ranking it like that, Corsica is pretty badass. I love Corsica. Give me a dating sim with Corsica. I'd show her a night she would never forget. Mega Man 9 is ass. That's going in its ass tier. Infinite Wealth is interesting. So I'm actually going to talk about Yakuza 7 first, because I think it makes sense to do that first. Yakuza 7 is an easy, it's Peem. Oh my god, dude. All the people who have been talking about this game to me for, like, years, saying, like, dude, it's, like, one of the best RPGs I've ever played. What the fuck? They were 100% correct. Yakuza 7 is an insanely good video game. It has, like, instantly shot up to being, like, one of my favorite video games ever made. Like, the world and the characters and the story are, like, nearly perfect, like, polished to a fucking T. And the gameplay's a little basic in terms of, like, the RPG combat, but I mean, I'll take that if it means I also get to experience some of the best, like, storytelling in a video game ever. Straight up, I think that Yakuza 7 might be the most well-written video game I've ever played. And the only game that I would maybe put above it is Earthbound. And that's even, like, hard to compare because Earthbound is extremely well written in a completely different way. Earthbound is a game that is extremely light on the story, but Earthbound makes up for it by being an extremely funny and heartwarming game. There's a lot of really great, like, one-liners and little pieces of dialogue that you can just tell that the people writing that game just, like, loved the medium of video games and loved the genre of RPGs and just wanted to make this, like, humble little tribute that, while not perfect, is, like, just so good. Earthbound is such, like, a phenomenal game in terms of the writing. And I know people would typically put Mother 3 above Earthbound in terms of writing, but I think there's more, like, obvious flaws with Mother 3's writing than there is with Earthbound's. Earthbound is just a game that, like, is so fun. It's so fun. And Yakuza 7 is, again, it's, like, completely well-written in a different way, but it's so good, dude. It's so good. And that makes talking about Infinite Wealth complicated. Now, I'm still going to put it in pretty good, because I had a fun time with it. I put a lot of time into Infinite Wealth. I played this shit for 80 hours, and I will say it's a great game. It's a good RPG to sink your teeth into. I think it is a weak follow-up to 7. I like the character interaction still. I think there's a lot of fun there. I'm not as familiar with, like, Kiryu's story because I haven't played the older Yakuza games yet. So I can't say how well they handled Kiryu in the game. I know some people who have major problems with how Kiryu is handled. But I know some other people who think it's, like, fine mostly. So I don't know. I think Infinite Wealth is great. I think it is a game that spreads itself too thin. And no problem, Devi. Thanks for hanging out. Happy New Year. I think Infinite Wealth is a game that stretches itself too thin, because you have, like, the, like, halfway point of the game where the party's split in two, so you have to handle Kiryu's party as well as Ichiban's party. And I feel like the game never handles that super gracefully. it tries, but it's always, like, a little weird, because you really only get, like... You have very little options for, like, party diversity. I feel like that's one of the problem with, like, the Yakuza RPGs, is that, like... I kind of just don't give that much of a shit about the class system. Really, the only thing I ever do with the class system is that I get a healer. And maybe when I stream Yakuza 7, I'll try to engage with the class system more. But from playing Yakuza 7 and Infinite Wealth, I kind of only used the class system to make one of the girls a healer, and that was about it. And honestly, like, Infinite Wealth is like, I don't know. It's fine. It's good, even. Which is why I didn't just put it in It's Fine. Because it's like, dude, I still sunk, like, 80 hours into this game. But it's a little complicated. My relationship with it is a little complicated. I think it's a good game, though. And hi, Faye. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Could I zoom in on the page? Sure. Hold on. Thousand Year Door is getting an easy It's Peem, though. That's getting an easy It's Peem, though. I respect what Brothership is going for more than Thousand Year Door Remake, but... Thousand Year Door is just, like, fucking good, though. This is gonna piss off a lot of people, but I'm putting Nintendo Switch Sports in It's Peem. Yup. Yup. That shit is Peem. It's fine. Lethal Company's pretty good. No, it's pretty good. I had some nice things to say about it. I mean, Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky. That is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's ancient Sumerian Switch Sports God. Sonic 1, it's pretty good. I like Sonic 1. Rayman Legends. This is a game that I can talk about because I didn't stream it and therefore didn't talk about it in the retrospective. I'm really upset that I played Rayman Legends, which is really funny because I'm putting it in the pretty good tier. But, like, Rayman Legends, playing that game was like, oh my god, Ubisoft can make good games? What the fuck have they been doing this whole time? They've been making, like, fucking 15 different versions of Assassin's Creed all this time. They make good games! When the fuck did this happen? And I'm really upset about it. Because they don't make good games all the time. Mostly they release mid. What's wrong with them? Oh, brother. Mega Man 10 is pretty good. Minecraft is Peem. Celeste 64 is pretty good. Fish-like. This is something I didn't stream. It's pretty good. It's literally just indie game WarioWare. And you guys know me. I love WarioWare. So anything that's even, like, aping the style of WarioWare has got to be, like, pretty good. Banana Rumble. Also a game I did not stream. That's a really good game. Genuinely, like, probably the most fun I've had playing a Monkey Ball. Now, granted, I haven't played the OG 2. I did play Banana Mania, which is, like, a fine remake from what I've heard, but the physics feel a little off. Banana Rumble is just really good, though. Banana Rumble is just, like, really fucking good. It's not quite Peem. I would not call it a Peem game, but I had fun with it. Pokemon Red and Blue is also pretty good. New Super Mario Brothers. Guitar Hero 3 is Peem. Mario 3D World is Peem. You know, you're seeing a lot of familiar faces up here. If you know my taste in video games, like, there's some newcomers, like Emio and Hi-Fi Rush, Fields of Mystery, Yakuza, Thousand Year Door. But some of these are like, we've seen this happen before. We've seen this happen before. I'm adding a new tier for fitness boxing, for games that physically harmed me. Because it's the only one that did that. Captain Toad, pretty good. Yeah, no, I'm putting it in its ass. I was thinking, like, could I justify putting it in its No, Codename Steam is ass. That game is straight dookie. I do not care for it at all. Hello Neighbor didn't physically harm you, but it might as well have. Super Mario Bros. Wonder is Peem. I got distracted by Neighbor, sorry. Pepper Grinder, pretty great. That's, like, high up there, and it's pretty good. Again, fun little indie game that I absolutely recommend. Celestis Peem, no duh. Sonic Mania, it's Peem, no duh. Miitopia, it's Peem, no duh. Forgotten Land, pretty good. Ultra Sun and Moon. I think I literally said in my Twitter post about finishing Ultra Sun and Moon that it balanced out to being fine. Because my opinion on Ultra Sun and Moon, which we'll probably get when I actually get to stream Pokemon Sun and Moon, is that it is some of the most fun that you can have while playing a Pokemon game. I think when you're doing, like, battles in that game and you're, like, going around and catching Pokemon and stuff, it is, like, really fucking solid. I also think it is, like, agonizingly long. There is no reason that Ultra Sun and Moon should be, like, a 40-hour video game. And I don't know, maybe it's a game that, like, only takes me 40 hours, but every time I play Sun and Moon or Ultra Sun and Moon, it just takes so fucking long. And, like, especially in Ultra Sun and Moon, where the story is, like, quite a bit weaker. Like, not even quite a bit, it's, like, way fucking weaker. I just can't do it, man. I can't do it. It's fine. It's a fine game. Pokemon Sword and Shield is good. I like those. I like those more than Ultra Sun and Moon. Which some people are gonna think is crazy. But it's true. Mega Man 11 is pretty good. Lego Star Wars. I mean, okay. I did not finish. Let's add... I hate doing so many tiers, but we'll add, like, one actual tier for, like, didn't finish. Because I did not finish Lego Star Wars. Dude, Peglin is Peem. Everybody, I'm telling you right now, if you're looking for a game to play on the Steam Winter Sale, get Peglin right now, bitch. It's literally a Peggle roguelike, and you might hear that word, and you might, or not word, you might hear that phrase and think it sounds stupid. It's actually some of the most fun you could have. It's as good as Balatro. Crash 4 is pretty good. Ass. Ass. Straight ass. Luck Be a Landlord's pretty good. I don't have too much to say about Luck Be a Landlord. It's a slot machine roguelike. It's fine, though. It's fine. I like it. I'll put it on every now and then when I just want to see, like, numbers happen. It's a very much a numbers game. Sonic 3 and Knuckles is pretty good. Shredder's Revenge is pretty good. I'll give you the benefit of being eh. I'm also going to give you the benefit of being eh. Because when I look at these two games, even though I didn't like them, I would still, like, I don't know. It's hard to say that I dislike them more than... Even Mega Man 9 seems like a little much. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is pretty good. I'm putting Crash Bandicoot 1 in It's Fine because it has a really racist, like, it has a really racist Native American, or not Native American, but, like, native boss that just makes me uncomfortable. I was like, I don't know about this. Crash 3, though? I'll put that in good. Balatro is obviously Peem. What happened? Yeah, that's the first boss, and then the second boss is the fucking animal in the straitjacket. That's crazy to me. Donkey Kong Land is fine. Dude, Final Fantasy 1, I'm actually putting in pretty good. I'm actually putting that in pretty good. I had a good time with it. I played the Pixel Remaster, which lets you, like, speed up the combat a little bit by doing auto combat, which is, like, not preferable, but it was useful sometimes. This game is, like, fake. I'm putting it... Yeah, I kind of am putting it in ass, because I, like, thought about it, and I'm like, this is a worse game than Mega Man 9. And it's just the doofy Hatsune Miku game, minigame collection, but it's just not good. This shit is carnival games for Vocaloid fans. SpongeBob Cosmic Shake, pretty good. DMC3, also pretty good. I had a good time with it. This was a game I played off stream. And I've never played it before. Dude, Devil May Cry is fucking fun. I definitely liked 3 quite a bit more than 1. I feel like it gets wackier with the story. And I also feel like, in general, like... I'm not huge on the beginning tower area. It was a little confusing for me to navigate. But overall, I found it easier to navigate than DMC1. Pokemon Showdown is Peem. I mean, it's a little unfair to even put Pokemon Showdown on here, but, dude, it's Pokemon Showdown. Superstar Saga's pretty great. Sonic Heroes. You know what? It's Peem. It's Peem. Sonic Chaos, it's fine. Donkey Kong Land 2, it's fine. You Were Peter Shorts is pretty good. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, it's Peem. Crash Bandicoot, it's pretty good. Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2, oh my god, dude. It's Peem. It's Peem. And Earthbound. Oh my god, and Sonic Adventure, it's all Peem. You're seeing all the old faces of, like, games that we already know I love in the It's Peem tier. Pretty good. Didn't finish. It's Peem. And it's fine. Alright, everybody. That is your official tier list of games that I played in 2024. It truly was a year of the gamer. Well, I want to thank everybody who stuck with me during this year. Because again, it was a weird year for the stream. We had a few, like, long hiatuses. Many unintentional. They just happened. And overall, I wish I got to do more. But, you know, maybe 2025 is my year. Maybe 2025 is my year. I appreciate everybody who supported me. I appreciate Jen most of all, who is my wonderful wife, who also designed my PNG tuber, and I love very much. I'm thankful for all my friends across many different places. The sort of streamer circle I've cultivated, my friends in Burger Time and Chimp Dinner Live. Everyone who's tuned in to this stream and many other streams I've done. I'm really happy that, like, after all these years, I still enjoy streaming as much as I do. And I just... You know, I'm gonna be 25 next year. I'm gonna be a quarter of a century, and you know what? I hope that my love for this kind of shit, like, stays for another quarter century. I hope I grow up and get to be, like... I say grow up as if I'm not an adult, but I get to hope that when I'm, like, 50, I still have, like, a passion for this shit. Whether it's streaming or video games, I hope that that shit is still fun for me. Because, you know... Even though it was a more low-key year for the stream, I feel like that's important in a way. I feel like a lot of streamers kind of burn themselves out because they, like, you get, like, you know, event creep. You keep wanting to do bigger and bigger things, and as a result, the amount that you're actually streaming goes, like, way down. And for some of them, that's fine. Doing that kind of thing is fine, but you will notice that, like, a lot of, like, streamers and YouTubers, that when they start working on, like, bigger and bigger projects, they kind of, like, burn themselves out. And, like, listen, this is a dopey Twitch stream where I just, like, play video games online and have a good time with it. It doesn't need to become, like, you know, anything bigger than that. And, you know, that's not me trying to be defeatist, because I like putting on event streams every now and then. That's just me literally being like, dude, the kinds of people that I like to watch are usually the people that don't make these, like, super huge projects. Or at the very least, they have a big enough backlog of shit where I don't mind the fact that their shit takes so long to come out. I really am not the kind of person that, like, waits for months on end for, like, the big video essay to drop that's like, I researched into Denny's menus, and I have successfully assassinated the president of Denny's. Here's how. Like, that's not the kind of thing I care about. I care about good times, I care about chill vibes. And you know what? I care about the fact that the last Pokemon card pack I opened in 2024 contained the Ogerpon Wellspring card that I was looking for. But I appreciate all of you sticking with me for this very, very weird year. I'm still proud of what I accomplished. Even if it didn't amount to the biggest numbers or whatever, I'm still proud of what I accomplished. And I appreciate you all sticking with me. Yeah, we're a little bit of the weird streamer. But yeah, it's a little early. I was expecting this to go longer. Because again, last year's retrospective was so fucking long because of the concert. But this year, I mean, the tier list idea was much shorter. I mean, I already kind of talked about my thoughts on a lot of these games because, you know, I did stream them. But just thank you for sticking with me. Here's to 2025 and beyond. Well, that's gonna be it for tonight's stream. I want to thank you all for coming. Hope you have a good night and take care. We're gonna be back tomorrow. We're gonna be starting Super Paper Mario. I will see you all then. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.
There, don't smile because it happened. Cry because it's over!